All right. Good evening, good morning, good day, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another episode of Crypto Artist Spotlight. And today we have a special one. Today we're located at Museum of Crypto with Colborn and Pablo. We're standing in front of a very unique, a record breaking, one of a kind, amazing piece from Trevor Jones, which is Picasso's Bull, and we're going to discuss a lot of unique art today, crypto art. And I'm very excited to be here. We're located in Somnium space. We're in virtual reality, all of us right now. And let's dive directly into it. So, guys, thank you very much for joining me today in this special episode. Um, Hello to the stream. Hello to the ones who just joined. And let's dive into it directly. I mean, we've all followed the amazing story of this crypto art behind us, and we've all seen this sweaty auction and all those kind of things which were happening there, and there were a lot of discussions and a lot of talks. So perhaps the first question I have, how did you guys, what describe what this piece of art means to you, and why is it so special to you, and why do we see it here today? So how all this journey came into having this video art, crypto art here in your MOCA museum in Somnium? All right, welcome back. You thought it's over? No, 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 no. We're just starting. So, once again, welcome to the Crypto Artist Spotlight. And today, as I've just said, we have a special episode. We're located inside Somnium Space in VR in MOCA Museum of Crypto Art. And today, with me are Colborn and Pablo. And they will tell us, I hope, a lot of interesting stories about how all this came together. And of course, we want to hear their take on the art they purchased, they own, they show here, like this Picasso's Bull by Trevor Jones. Hello, Trevor. And of course, some other amazing crypto art pieces which are located here. So we'll go one by one and we'll just discuss. But before I start, thank you very much, gentlemen, for joining me today. It's an honor and an amazing opportunity to ask you some questions, which I'm pretty sure many viewers have, and I have in my mind as well. So I guess I'll start and jump directly into it. And the first question would be, what made this art piece so special for you? How did you come to a point where you decided to buy this? What is the journey of you in this art? So if you can tell us, that would be
Yeah,
amazing.
of course. Well, thank you first of all for having us here um, on your stream and showcasing the museum. We're very grateful to be here. We've done, something a little special today where we've reorganized this first floor, with mostly Trevor Jones work, and then, across the way we've organized it with some Murat Pak work. The story of Trevor, right, is it was just being in the marketplaces. We saw this guy, and he was commanding unheard of prices, right, on ETH Girl and his Bull and the Bear series. And Pablo and I, we became fascinated. Who is this person? How can we come involved? So our first, I guess, introduction to him was through looking at OpenSea and finding the Satoshi Architect, that iconic NFT of Satoshi looking sideways, which I'm sure many people are familiar with. So we reached out to Trevor, seeing what he wanted to do on this, and of course, to him, it was very important that we continue to tell the story of the NFT being more valuable than the original painting, which is something that here in virtual reality we can understand,
Yeah,
right? You start to take a look
absolutely, it's
at
amazing.
something like this, and
Yeah,
and you see the magnificence, and you see it at scale, and you see it moving. So despite us trying to beat him down on price, no, he was quite insistent. So in getting to know him, just a wonderful, incredible, masterful artist, right? And this piece, well, when we saw it, we knew it was one that we had to have. I would say, for Pablo, the relationship to Spain and the relationship to Picasso, and
hmm
obviously the imagery of the bull. Well, if there's a piece to spark a crypto art bull market, this is it.
yeah. I mean, it's amazing. And yeah, as you said, just being able um, to admire the art like this in such uh, you know a magnificent manner, because for us, we are standing here, we're inside this, and for us it's huge, right? It's just big,
Right.
and you can see all the details, and of course we can even unmute for people who are watching on the stream. So this is a video NFT art, the crypto art, and we can, since we're in VR, we can do some things. We can control it. We can, for example, turn on the sound, which is originally designed for that art piece. So I'll showcase it to you right now. What I can do is I can just come into this and I can just unmute, and you can hear the the original sound. Let's watch it from the beginning to the end. Awesome. So we can mute it back, of course, and yeah. So this is we hope that this will stay here uh, pretty long permanently. What is your plan onto showcasing? Are you planning to do a special build for that, or this will stay in this museum? How do you plan to move those things around in VR and Somnium?
Well, the beauty is we don't really have to know, right? Ideally, this museum will be a permanent exhibition space,
Hmm.
right? But now we have accumulated so much art. We really think it's just a shame for it to all be sitting in a vault and rotate in and out. So we're thinking of creating some additional
Hmm.
spaces. Um, but just in how good this one looks here, I find it would be quite difficult to move.
It looks amazing, and what I
Yeah.
like about it as well, and this is kind of like not bragging here, but this but it casts light as well. Depending on what is shown there, so it casts light on the floor, and depending on the things which are shown on the art, it also casts the right light, and depending on the time and of day here, it also changes the whole atmospheric thing here around. So yeah, that's amazing art. Shout out to Trevor. Uh, well done, sir. Well done. So I think we can continue because not only this art is located in this beautiful museum of art on the shore of the Deep Divers Lake. Shall we move to an art which is located in that corner and just explore that a little bit? Let's come
Yeah, let's do it.
to the one. Let me take the camera. Let's go to this piece, and the beauty of it, because it's where the blockchain world, we can of course look at this art and we can just directly point at this and look at the information, and the information tells us that this is called Cubist Satoshi 11 out of 21. So what is tell us about this art piece, Colborn.
Yeah, this was another one of the pieces that we found on OpenSea,
Mm-hmm.
right? And these were something that we were also admiring for a while, and picked up pretty much in anticipation of this auction. It is a nice complement to the Satoshi Architect piece that we have. You can see again a similar animation style to what he does
Mm-hmm.
with the Picasso
Yeah,
bull.
absolutely.
Um, yeah, and these things have just been on fire in the secondary markets. I believe it was Trevor's first secondary sale, um, and it might be actually his only, I guess, aside from now the Nifty Gateway drops, additioned work.
Okay, interesting.
And of course, we had to pick 11 out of 21.
And
Lucky number 11.
yeah, 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 and I mean, again, it's pretty cool, and yeah, it is very. I mean, I'm a big fan of GIF and moving art in general. I'm not an art
Yes.
collector by any means, but I do collect some art, and I'm a fan of things like this, a little bit of a puzzle, and that it brings some motion into place with some meaning, and yeah, I like this piece a lot as well, and it's very well lightened up. So congratulations to Desi, who built this. She built this museum. I think just being in this place, if we just disconnect ourselves from the art itself, just being in this place,
Really?
and look at those guys. So they are standing there, and their shadows are casting on those walls, which is pretty amazing. And when you step by into this and you look at the art and you see that the shadow of my hand is casted on this art as well when I move, you are connected to this art much more than just looking at the picture.
Yeah.
And that's I think the also the beauty of consuming it in VR in general. So what
Yeah,
is the
I would
next?
say beyond that,
Yeah.
I would just say beyond that, there's like an incredible beauty in being able to ideate something, to put it into the builder, build it in a couple hours, whatever it may be, and then be able to jump inside of your own build,
Right. Yeah.
right? And
Magical.
experience
Yeah.
and have your artwork inside. There really is. It's incredible the ideation to deployment.
Yeah. Yeah. Absolutely. So what is the next art we're going to? Um,
Chrysalis, probably, no?
Yeah, probably this one on the wall here.
okay. Let's open the information. Chrysalis painting. It's one of one. Amazing. Always great to see. So tell us more about this art piece.
Yeah. So this art piece, Pablo, right, was a super rare purchase. Um, and this art piece originally came as a bundle package, right? So the creative video, his creative process, um, was the GIF file that was uploaded to Super Rare. And I'm not sure, but I think, we got it for a great price because I don't think people understood that, it came as a creative process video. It came as this beautiful still images. We received signed copies of, the art magazine in which it was the cover,
Uh-huh.
and just an incredible amount of work for this piece.
So one particular thing about this artwork that we also really liked is this was the first magazine cover that had also AR with it. So
Oh, okay.
this was a magazine cover from a few years ago, and then it also does some things.
Okay, interesting.
Um,
Yeah, so
if you look at it
AR
from an app.
works here as well in terms of, yeah, if you go and point your mobile phone camera on the monitor, you'll see things happening. We're actually working and trying to make it work. Whether you'll be able to put your VR tablet directly onto the art, and it will directly show you the AR component of that. It's a bit tricky, but
Incredible.
we think we can get it. We can get it done. All right. I mean, exciting. This is.
And I think it's time to show the architect, which we believe that with the bull, with Picasso's bull, it's Trevor Jones' most significant and most iconic NFT in our opinion, and it's
Okay,
right here
you
in the
lead the way.
front.
Yeah, you lead the way. We're moving to another. All
Wow.
right. I think many people know that.
Yes.
So let's move
Yes.
here. Okay. So let me just. Okay. This is amazing. Tell us more about this, guys. What's the story of this art
Yeah.
piece?
Look, I mean, this was the one that really started it all for us. Um, this is the piece that we knew we wanted, right? He did a series of crypto icons,
Mm-hmm.
and before I believe he could even put it in his gallery. I think just a couple images went online. Somebody contacted him and bought it right away. I do not know where the original is. It's probably in a private collection, but the NFT counterpart he released to OpenSea and it was sitting there. He did receive an 11 Ethereum bid on it. I know he was mulling that for a while, but he was committed to telling the story of the NFT being, more valuable than the
Mm-hmm.
physical work.
Mm-hmm.
And that was a story that we were happy to tell. And, this has been in the museum. It was in the place where the bull was for quite
Right.
some time.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just iconic, beautiful piece. Um, you can see in the background the Financial Times articles. Stock markets in turmoil.
Yeah.
Uh,
Let's bring it closer for the viewers to see
yeah.
it. Yeah. This is so cool.
And with the image of Dory and Nakamoto, it's it's just one of those iconic, beautiful images that spread all over the world when it was released. So I think we were very lucky to get this one where we did.
Absolutely. Yeah, and it looks great here. Good place. All right, and yeah, just let me show the scale of this. This, like, how many floors is here? 1, 2, 3, 4, right? I think it's 4 floors.
Four. Yeah.
four floors full of interesting art. So if you're an art enthusiast, and I'm pretty sure if you're watching this, you might be, you might be, then you should check this place out for sure, because there is something special on every corner of this crypto museum. And the crypto museum itself is a piece of art, which is beautiful. So you kind of get double of everything when you come here. So let's. I think, is this the last piece on this wing, on the left wing of the museum,
I
Do
believe so.
or
do you
where
want
There
to
next?
are
show the
perhaps a
other?
couple pieces from other artists that we might want to show. Visit on the way to the other one.
Yeah,
Maybe this
let's.
Daryl Carey.
While we're here, I'd say.
Okay. Ah, right here in the corner, in the darker corner of the museum. But look, it's a darker corner, but the sun is glazing directly through this kind of hole and through this column. Directly is here. So let's open the information about this art piece and see. This is a Wolverine ultraviolet. Okay, one of
Yeah,
one.
wavelength ultraviolet.
Yeah, ultraviolet. So what is the story of this art? Looks
And
great, by the way.
carry. I mean, it's just a beautiful piece, right? The way it plays with your eyes.
Yeah.
Uh, it's hypnotic. It's one I could look at for a while. This was
He's
also. Go ahead, Papa.
he's a very famous artist in that regard that he plays with the with the lines and with the shapes to really like play with your eyes.
Right.
He has done some fantastic work not only in the NFT space but outside of it, where just his rooms, his art just plays with perspectives and
Mm-hmm.
yeah, it's just incredible.
Cool. Yeah, it looks. I put the camera close to the art so that people can actually see and experience it a little bit. And of course, whenever I'm streaming, from VR, from Somnium, I always say, it's interesting and definitely, I guess, something interesting to watch it on the 2D screen. But I always invite people to just come and join in VR because that's a completely different experience to have.
All
So
right.
shall we move to another wing there? This is another
What are you
building.
thinking, Franco or
Yeah, you want to
the
check
other
out?
wing?
I mean, while we're here, look.
Okay,
Let's
while
look
we're
at
here.
these.
Exactly. That's the
Yeah,
beauty of
let's look at
physical
these.
space. Let's go exploring. Okay.
You know,
Oh, there's some
because
art as well. Okay. Oh wow, nice.
yes,
Amazing. Okay. What I like about MOCA, by the way, guys, and this is compliment to you, because a lot of users and a lot of our community members, they're coming here quite often to walk around, to make some pictures and photo sets and stuff. And what I like about it is it's always evolving. There is always new art. You come here next day, there's something different, and you just explore different art, different artists, and yeah, you can even meet some artists here in VR by chance, or if you agree with them to come in, they will be here. So tell us about this piece. This is interesting.
yeah. I mean, look, these three pieces were all part of a Nifty Gateway drop. This is the
Mm-hmm.
complete set of an artist out of Argentina by the name of Frenetic Void. Um, very rare that we see interconnected sets from him. So this is very special, and I think this is some of his more inspired work.
Yeah, and
This one in particular,
okay.
it has many of his usual characteristics. This one in particular is a one of one, so that one is 1 of 5. This one is 1 of 20, I believe, and this one is a 1 of 1.
Okay, this is
So
one.
each one of the same series, but each one of different amount of editions.
I'm pretty sure I'm pretty sure knowing and having some experience in the Nifty Gateway drops. I've bought some art there as well. Some weeks ago, a month ago maybe. One of ones. They're most like I don't know. I mean, you have to have a time machine to actually be on time to get something. It's
Really?
getting really difficult. Okay, Nifty Gateways. I hope you're watching I know you can't do anything with it, but it's like refreshing, and it doesn't work. It's like it works, but it's gone. It loads to me and it's gone. So congratulations on that. The demand is there. Definitely, people are excited about the art, and I was lucky to get some pieces as well. You guys are more lucky with those as well, and they look beautiful. I like this one. The hat is. Kind of yeah, I like more kind of I don't know, to me it evokes a little bit of a space, unknown worlds exploration and kind of a journey into your own mind. Again, I don't know the background of
Mm.
this art piece, but that's how I view it when I look at it. That's how it evolves to me. So kind of it's like a journey into space in your own mind and trying to explore yourself, and I like this theme a lot.
So I think of of the backstory behind this series is of lifting more than what you actually can,
Right.
lifting that things around you that you actually are not supposed to be able to
Right.
do. So I think this is a homage to that in some regard.
Okay, since we're here and you are founders of Museum of Crypto Art, I gotta ask you. I mean, you have all this amazing art here, right? And some people, including me, might like some of the art piece. Are those on sale? Will they be on sale one day? What's the deal, guys? Tell us. Tell the viewers who are actually
No.
in it. No, okay. Uh,
Look, I will tell you. Look, our mission, Arthur, is to help make this the most beautiful world possible. Right? I have a real issue with this beautiful art sitting in cold storage wallets. Right? Digital art is meant for digital environments. It's
amen.
meant to come into
Yes.
VR. People are meant to go throughout this incredible land and this platform that you've created on a treasure hunt and find what inspires them. And I think this is just a very beginning of the things that we want to do with the art that we have.
Right.
It needs to be shown, it needs to be shared. Um, we are not here to make a quick speculation on stuff like
All right.
this.
No, no, no. I even meant like maybe sometimes we can do a live auction, and auction piece or two in the, like raise your hand.
So
Who wants to buy things and things like that? Like I see 2 Ethereum, 3 Ethereum. Is it 3 Ethereum once, 3 Ethereum twice? No. Okay.
So
Uh,
we can do that, but it's not because never with the intention of actually letting go of any of the art, but rather with the intention of letting other people come in and actually also being able to experience some of the artists,
Right.
which we think it's also very important.
okay.
So we want to see more collectors as well coming in because this, I mean, just look at this, it's unbelievable. And if that means that perhaps in some time we do an auction, then we might. But the idea really is to keep on building this and to keep on making this more and more beautiful and supporting more and more artists and bringing more collectors as well.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Cool. And then I
I
love
will
it.
say if you are out there watching and you do not have a piece of crypto art and you want something, we will make a special deal for you.
Oh, okay. Now we're talking. So, hello, all the viewers who are watching us right now live. Well, by the way, we're coming live to you from within VR, from the Museum of Crypto Art in Somnium space, in this beautiful physical space, and we're continuing our journey within those buildings because right now we're in the left wing. Let's call it the left wing, and now let's go to the right wing of the Museum of Crypto Art and see what is there because I know there is something special. How do I know it?
Oh
I was
yes,
here already before. Did you? No, let's go. I'll show you around. So let's go,
Let's
guys.
check it out.
let's do it.
Okay, we're walking through the museum. I feel like a vlogger. Subscribe, like, retweet, do whatever you need to do, right? All this classical stuff. Okay, they're waiting already for us. Look, we're entering. Let's do an epic entrance. Whoop. Let's move like this. Backwards. I hope I will not fall. Okay.
Look
So,
at you.
wow. Okay, that's huge. Like when I say this huge, it's not only the art is important and significant. It's physically huge. Okay,
Yeah,
it
it's
is
insane.
big.
It's
So
insane.
let me quickly. Oop, whoop. Let me quickly move here closer, so that we can enjoy even more the art. So tell us more about this piece. What is that?
Ooh. Yeah, happy to. Okay, right. This is from a series of works that Pak has done around Rubik's, right? So watching this piece, right, how it transforms from that simple circle, takes its twists and its turns to get to this incredibly complex shape, and then
Yeah.
puts itself back together. We think it's one of his finest examples of this. And when we saw it come to market, this was absolutely something that we knew we wanted to include in our collection.
Cool. Yeah. I mean, I guess we should also tell who is, for those who don't know, who is the artist of this. And we see a lot of art, and I'm pretty sure they are related to that artist. So maybe a few words about the artist. Who is he? How did you find your way to actually being collecting his art, and what made it
Yeah.
special for you to have it here? Apart from it's beautiful, but what else?
Well, who the artist is a individual, a collective, the enigma that is Marat Pak.
Hello, Buck, if you're watching.
If all of you are out there watching, uh, simply we don't know who this individual is, right? But when you look at the work, you can obviously tell this is a master. This is a design. This is a carefully crafted idea of of the future. Really, it's incredible. There are so many little secret clues hidden inside each of these that you could spend a lifetime trying to figure out what is going on here. So for me, that's part of the journey, and the connection and the relationship to who this person is.
Okay, yeah.
I would like to add that pack, I think, represents the same way that Trevor, in a way, right now it's obviously representing more the traditional artwork applied to and using the blockchain tools as a new medium. This pack really represents the digital work just taken to the next extreme, and really playing with the concept of what is art, what is creation, what is design, and just really posing that philosophical question that is posing
Okay.
a lot of questions, and certainly started the
And
conversation.
I certainly agree with you. So talking about philosophical questions, okay, I have one philosophical question to you about the next art piece I want to discuss with you. So come follow me,
Please.
because we're going, my friends, to the alpha piece, all right? We're going to the beginning. So let's go here. And you might there is an art piece behind me. You might say, Arthur, are you going crazy? There's nothing behind you. And I say, no, I'm not going crazy. Actually, there is. So let me go closer like this, and then I can see. Oh, there is something. I see it. Let's open the information. Let's come closer to this information and see that it's called alpha. And what is that, guys? You tell me, what are we looking at? Explain us everything. I want to hear it, because that's pretty awesome.
The scoop on Alpha. Alpha is a piece that was probably never meant to be sold, right? Alpha is a single transparent pixel.
Okay.
Um, and what can you say other than it's alpha? It's the very beginning. A lot of Pak's work plays with this idea of zero becoming one, nothing becoming something, the beginning and the
Mm-hmm.
emergence, and this is that piece that is his origin, right?
Right.
The very start, the very beginning.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, it's
Again, it's also again plays with the concept that he always wants to play with, which is really where does design start, where does art start, and just the philosophical question: why is this not art, or why is it art really? And yeah, I think it's very interesting. And there's another one of his works that is very similar, but with a different twist, which is red, which is over there. Maybe we also want to visit it,
Yeah, absolutely. Just
which is the one
one
that
addition.
sparked the conversation. I
If
think
Puck is,
around this piece.
yeah, of course, we'll just go there. Just one comment to this piece. If Puck is watching, like, two things. One thing is, I would really love to hear the story directly from Puck as well, in VR here. I hope soon we'll be able to do that, and to just hear from the creator of this art piece. And also, if we look at this transparent pixel and transparent frame, I mean, looking at the mountains behind it, it's a pretty nice view. So it's like kind of like a
Mm,
transparent thing, but inside of this transparency, there is something happening already, which is amazing. So you can actually fit it to anything you want, and it becomes whatever you like it to become, depending on the your choice of place and placement of this art. It could be very
yeah.
interesting as well. So it's kind of like, I like this concept of, there is kind of nothing in terms of physically not seeing anything, but when you know that it's there, you suddenly start to think, okay, what's behind it? What's the, what it represents? It's interesting, very interesting concept.
Well,
And
yeah, I would say the evolution of this piece in a way, Pablo, right, is also his 3D object, the frame, right? This is just a 3D object
yeah,
that is a frame.
yeah, and
Um,
you can really see, like, when you come closer and you point, and it highlights with a greenish border just to show you that there is something. You can see how this frame is actually playing around. It's amazing. All right, yeah, let's
and
continue.
isn't it crazy to look at a single pixel NFT in a VR screen that is, thousands and thousands of pixels?
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, if we start
This
to
is
discuss this, we can end up here for 3 hours. Okay, viewers, if you're ready to give yourself a coffee, take a coffee, relax. We are going to dive deep. No, I'm joking. So there's a lot of philosophical questions which could be
yeah.
opened with this discussion, and the rabbit hole is really deep. But let's
One
continue to
one
what.
recommendation, another recommendation that I give to all the viewers is really there's every piece of every artwork, every one of the works has some hidden message. It has some part of the puzzle. Everything has a story. There's nothing that is just out there. So I encourage everybody, look inside, trying to find clues. They're not obvious at all at first, but just trust me, you're gonna have a lot of fun. It's really well thought out. Truly impressive. Very special.
All right.
Every piece that he's done is connected to a larger message in some way. We're still trying to figure out the puzzle. It reminds me very much of Westworld, if anybody's watched that.
Yeah.
So
It's
get
like
get
Ready Player
searching. Nothing
One,
exists.
Westworld, all these things. The
Yes.
hunt, the hunt for truth, and for inner ourselves. This hunt never ends, unfortunately, or fortunately, I don't know, both possible. But yeah, it's let's show us another uh, piece of a puzzle. Oh, async art. Hello, async guys.
Yes.
Oh yeah. All right.
So what's happening here is that for those that don't know async, async is one of my favorite projects right now in the space in the NFT art space. Um, they are a platform that they can do programmable art where different people can own different layers of an artwork, and then change some of the settings that will affect the overall
Yeah.
artwork. So this piece is very special. This is Pax only async work. We have here around. We created a little cube where every part of the cube. I don't know if you can see me, but every side of the cube is one of the
Yeah.
layers that we
Wait,
own.
wait, wait.
Then we have the base layer here, which is a very important layer, even though it seems like that. It really controls all of the shadows, just the color of the base, and it's a very powerful base. It's extremely thought out. It has many parameters that can be changed, and it's really a truly unique piece. And yeah, if you walk around here, you can see
Okay, let's do
just
that.
some of the different layers, and some of the you'll see in white. You'll see in white just the back picture, and in red the actual like what you can actually change with this layer. So in this case, it's
Oh, all
the
right.
eye of the face.
Uh-huh.
Hmm. In
Interesting.
this
Okay.
case over here,
Do you
And
do you know
it's
how many layers there are, Pablo? I think like 29. No.
there. I don't know, but there's a lot of layers in this artwork. There's more than 20,
and
and
Yeah.
some layers change the form. That means that some layers, you see these red spokes
mm-hmm.
over here. Some layers change like the form that it has, and others just change the material
Okay.
or the color.
Okay.
So
Got it. And
it's
for
very
those who
interesting.
don't know, what async art is and how does it work? So how do you change? So you bought one layer, let's say, and you own one layer. How do you change that layer? What's the process? Just briefly, what's the process of changing a layer?
Colburn, you
Well,
wanna respond? Yeah.
yeah, sure. I mean, my understanding is that the layers themselves are tied to a smart contract on the uh, on the master work, right, on the Ethereum blockchain. So the user experience is that you go into the async platform, you are connected to your wallet.
Mm-hmm.
If you own a particular layer, you have the ability to go into your wallet in their gallery and look at the various options available to you. This could be anything from changing color to saturation to hue to position.
Right.
Um, each each layer is different dependent on the artwork, uh, and the combination of multiple owners across a single piece of artwork is truly innovative. The almost infinite number of combinations that you can create is also infinitive. It gives these things an incredible social element, and it just brings new life uh, to the art world.
Cool. Yeah, it's a very interesting concept. Hello, async art team. Very well done. All
Yeah.
right. So let's go around one more time to see another layer. Ooh, I like the white one, by the way. I'm a fan of white one. So whoever owns this layer, put it on, all right? This.
We'll put it on. We'll put it on tonight.
Okay,
We'll
you'll
put
put
it
it.
on.
Okay, good, good, good. Very
Sure.
good. So uh, let me. Oop.
As you can probably see here in MOCA, we're big fans of Pac. We really believe that he is going to define and be one of the main people that writes this part of history. His work is truly extraordinary. Just really, if you don't know about him, I cannot stress enough. You should learn about it. He is incredible. Absolutely.
Okay, Mr. Puck. As I said, I'm waiting to have a tour and a crypto artist spotlight series with you here in VR. All right. So, okay. Oh, this is nice. Woo. Okay, let's open the information here just to
Relics,
have.
no?
Okay,
Yes.
this is called Relics,
Yeah,
and we
relics.
see all the other information, what it was sold for, what it's listed for. It's not listed, obviously. So tell us about this piece. It looks very nice. It looks. I'm looking at the, like from the distance, at least to me, when I'm looking in the image, what the viewers are seeing, it's kind of like, even sometimes like it seems like a city, a little bit like a city in the desert. But now when I look at it straight like this, it's of course like a lot of combination of interesting shapes. And yeah, I mean, everybody can find something for themselves. What do you see in this piece, guys? How do you perceive this?
Wow. For me, I'll say, I'll say almost like a digital Grand Canyon, right? Like something that has been sculpted and carved and worn away, but it's done so in such a perfect and symmetric manner that it makes it digital. Um, I don't
Okay.
know very much about this piece, but to me, it is tremendously evocative. I want to like put it back together.
Right, right, right.
It
You have this. Yeah, okay. I actually understand you. When I'm looking at it, I have kind of the same feeling. Like, I want to put this puzzle together. How can I finish it?
yeah. Right, right. You want to fill it in. It looks like each place has its own, or each piece has its own place to go, almost like,
Yeah.
square peg, triangle peg, circle peg from when you were a kid.
Yeah, it's truly something. and now the sun is moving, and the windows on the top of MOCA are casting shadows. So the sun goes through the windows, and we see like the windows are moving, and it's pretty spectacular art piece. And again, we are consuming this art piece with this constellation of sun and shadows and everything here now, and this moment will not repeat itself, right? This is the unique moment we're located in right now, and we can consume it in this angle with this sunlight, with this thing. Within 5 minutes, it will be different. It will be different shadow, different sun, different color, different everything, and that also brings this moment. We will just live it once through this, and it's amazing. So, what is the next art piece are we looking at here?
Should we look at
Cards of entropy,
the
maybe.
the flaw cards of entropy?
The
I
flaw,
want to
yeah, so
if Pac is out there, I want to ask for help on this puzzle because
Okay,
the
call for help.
the flaw has been driving me crazy.
Okay, so the flaw. All right, let's talk to the flaw.
The flaw is a key to something that I cannot figure out, but mark my words, one day I will figure it out.
No. When he comes here in VR, I'll make sure that I'll drill him here right in front of this piece until he tells me what is happening.
What
there.
is this
So-
the key to? What is this the key to,
Exactly.
please?
So all we know is that this is not a flaw. It's called a flaw, but it's not a flaw.
Okay.
It's certainly not a flaw.
Okay. There's a
Yeah.
all right.
There's no such thing as a flaw. In patchwork.
Maybe I can look inside. Wait a second. Oh wait! I won't tell anyone what I just saw. Okay. Sorry guys, you'll have to come in and watch
Oh,
yourself.
wow.
Okay, now we're talking.
Now
You
I
have to be in
understand.
VR, guys, to actually be able to do that and see what is inside. I think. Let me guess. I think even Pug didn't see inside his own piece like that. Okay, I challenge you as well. So when you come in, you can do this. Okay, what is Colborn doing right behind me? It's pretty cool. Okay, we just saw something. We won't tell what we've seen, but okay, it stays
Pretty
among us.
magical.
All right. So another interesting. Wait, let me go closer. Open the details as well to
This
show
work
the name.
is just absolutely just beautiful.
Okay,
really
so
is
this
beautiful.
is called Cards of Entropy, and tell us more. I mean, what I like about it right away is that this has a black background with a beautiful shape in it, with a lot of shapes and a lot of layers, but it's on a absolute neon white wall. I mean,
Yeah, it's beautiful.
I think Desi had put it like this, or you guys, well done. The contrast.
Did
the
you do this,
contrast,
Pablo?
Desi.
All right.
De-
The
Desi,
contrast. The
yeah.
contrast is amazing. So yeah, I mean,
Spectacular.
looking at this art, like what I like about art like this is that everybody looks at it, the same piece of art, but we see different things to ourselves. And I think truly, like the good psychologist, if he'll be here with us, he will listen what we see in those images, and he's like, tell me more. Yes, okay. So you see this, this kind of test they do when they look at people,
Yes,
and
yes.
so
Right.
they might draw some conclusions from what each person sees on those images. So what do you see in this image? What it is for you guys?
Well, this reminds me of the alien ship in Arrival.
Oh, okay, interesting.
To me, it just doesn't remind me of much. It's just so incredibly peaceful to look at. It's just the perfect camera view. It's the perfect lighting. It's the perfect shadows. It's just technically, and it's just incredible. This might be one of my office favorite works. Really like it a lot.
Okay.
And again, probably another piece of the puzzle. I guess we will all find out
We will all find out
someday.
Someday.
when I'll drill him here. We'll find out. At least some. Okay. When I look at it, to me at least, this is somehow like it feels to me that is a perfect balance, because if you take one of those layers out, the whole thing might just collapse or be not be the same again, and it's a delicate balance, which I would say that it's like this.
Yeah, I get
Lisa?
from it almost like the stacking of life and the stacking of experiences, beginning from this point down here and just growing and expanding. To me, it's for whatever reason reminding me of the past 3 months and how much we've worked on this project.
All right, yeah. So
Yeah.
you've definitely did, and yeah, this is a really beautiful place. Look at this here. This is crazy. Okay, we're coming closer to those art pieces. So are we? Okay, this is really, 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 really nice one. The light and the I'm a big fan of that one. So let's open and see how it's called. It's Solitaire Sigma, and what it is about, guys. What are we looking at? I mean, it's mesmerizing, that's for sure.
I mean, I think with Pac, we never know what we're looking at. I think it's like you said, it's kind of a Rorschach test for all of us. I think in Pac's work, however you interpret it is you really speaking to yourself.
Yeah, true. I
But
mean,
again, like every single pack works, it's just technically, it's just incredibly, it's incredible. It's just there's no flaw. There's everything is just perfectly executed. It's just a beautiful, beautiful piece in my opinion. Just so soothing again, so peaceful.
Yeah.
and it's peaceful, and I like it because it reminds me a little bit of like an um, when I look at it for the first time, it's like an ice cube a little bit, that I somehow, which is then, and then you start thinking like, okay, it's moving, but how can it cannot be together like this, and then there's a lot of, yeah, but it's definitely, you can be calmed down when looking at this, and my question is like, what is inside? What is that ball? What is that sphere? What's that?
Yeah.
And it's nice. It's a really, really nice.
And then behind you, Arthur, we
Mm-hmm.
have the latest addition to it's
Oh,
actually
yeah,
it was added today to the collection.
Oh, this is
And
nice.
this piece, again, we still don't know. It's called Disguised.
Disguise, yeah.
We still don't know. One pretty good thing about Disguised, I don't know if you saw the bid that took it, but there's a Disguised number in that bid, which again,
Oh,
playing with the bids and
12.122.
playing with the art,
Okay.
it's one of the things that some people might need to do if they ever want to grab a pack. So, for example, there are certain pieces that have a certain price that are the
Oh,
answer to the puzzle.
oh, I get it. So you might bid more, but they won't be accepted until you bid the right one.
Yeah, perhaps,
But I like the
but
game,
yeah.
and that's another advantage of kind of crypto art, because that price, that transaction, that thing is forever engraved into, and you can always check the history of that art piece, and you can always
Right.
verify what was happening, what was the first bid, what it was sold for, who owned it, and stuff. So just in case, for those who don't know what we're talking about and why, this is called crypto art. It's on blockchain, and it's verifiable from every direction independently. You don't need anyone. You can just click on it and verify it yourself. And that is amazing. Like, I'm looking at there.
And
This.
this one is a piece in particular that I particularly really like because of the aesthetics,
Mm-hmm.
and it really follows the aesthetics of a video of him that is called X. That it's one of the videos that really got
Oh, I
back
think I've
more
seen it.
known.
Yeah.
Yes, and it's just, if you haven't watched it again, you should watch that video. It's beautiful. But this piece has that aesthetic, and I just love it. It might be one of my favorite stills from Pac just to look at. Just again,
Mm.
very very peaceful to look at.
And I just need to remind myself, like, we're looking at a what in real life for us, it looks like 2.5 meters by 2.5, like almost 3 meters by 3 meters, huge
Yeah,
image. And that
right.
brings it, another level of, let's call it epicness, because when it's so big and you can, all this lights coming into it, it's just amazing. And yeah, uh, absolutely stunning.
Then I think we need to finish with the piece that really started the conversation in the last few days. I
Hmm.
think it was a defining moment for crypto art in this year, and a defining moment in history as well, which is red, which is it's in
It's
the
at the
front.
front, no?
Oh,
Yeah.
red
Yes,
pixel, is that this? Are we going to watch
that
that
is
thing?
correct.
All right. Here you go, my red friend. I wanted to see you, and now you're here. Okay, let me open this. Okay, you can see the information. It's a red pixel. Okay, guys, you tell me now, all right? I think many people will have a question, okay? And I think it's a legit question. So, it's a red square.
If they've made
It's
it this far.
verifiable that it's by Puck. What else is going on here? Tell us more, Colborn. The grill time, okay? Tell us more.
Oh, the red pixel. Um,
The whole world is
it's
watching.
pretty provocative. Look, yeah, I find this piece incredibly provocative. I think it sparked the conversation that it was meant to spark. Um, this is not our piece really to tell the story on. I think this is Pac's piece to tell the story. Uh, we are involved in the story, but I would encourage people and say this is not just something to look at very linear A B. This is something that is part of a much larger message that he was building. I think in all of his works, we only have the hint as to what that story is, and I think things will be revealed in time. But I love this work, and even to see it like this is so interesting, right?
Okay,
Because it's also a piece that takes many different forms, right? Most people know it probably just from Twitter as that red square. I think very few people actually went to Super Rare, clicked on it, and saw that it was a single red pixel. And here it is again, reimagined in a different size. Uh, So I'm gonna have to just default and say that it is a Rorschach test. What is a Rorschach from that is probably tells more about you than it does about the piece itself. And I think all of these emotions and the reactions to this piece form this collective story.
okay. Let us.
And again, it's very important. This is not a red picture. This is a single pixel. A single pixel.
Let's
One pixel.
verify that. Let's come closer
Yes.
to the picture and see. And yes, that's true. You cannot see any pixels, my friend. Do you know why? Because that's the pixel behind you. Super easy, but yet not so easy. Once again, let's go like this, and then we go closer, closer, closer. Absolutely smooth, because it's a pixel. Yeah, I mean, and it fits to this location so well, because if I go and look up, it has this kind of red tint, and now I have, the sun is shining, and it's yeah, it tells the story, all right. And this story and this building itself, and I must say again, congratulations to building like those two museums. Let me do a selfie quickly. Okay, done. Uh, this building is just amazing, and the two buildings, this set of museums, is just amazing, and there's so much work
And,
went into this, build just to build this. It's
and
incredible.
we kind of like how it's turning out as well, where perhaps that side of the museum it's more I guess what one would call more traditional
Right.
art,
Yes.
or
Fine art.
more
Yeah.
yes, fine art, etc., etc. And this side of the museum is probably now going to become more of a digital art, conceptual art, just a little bit more on that side of the
Mm-hmm.
spectrum. So we'll see, because I think the contrast is also very good, and it just shows again the incredible use case that crypto. That, again, I don't like the word crypto art. That art that uses blockchain as a tool can really do.
Okay, and I guess I
Yeah.
have the last question, kind of to wrap up things, and I think many people who are watching it or will be watching it later, some collectors, some artists, even. What is next for MOCA, for Museum of Crypto Art, and where do you
Ooh.
see, guys? I see. Tough questions. I've prepared myself, guys.
No, I love it. We think about this obviously a lot.
But
Yeah.
like, what do you see next for MOCA? I'm pretty sure more builds coming in some other locations here in Somnium, dedicated maybe to a single artist
Yes.
stuff. But what is in your, not like to ask you like what are you going to be purchasing, but what is your thinking in terms of
No.
how do you see yourself, and what are you interested in as an art? Like, what type of art are you searching for, visually and conceptually?
Uh, ooh. Look, our goals from the beginning remain our goals now, right? We're looking to put forward, along with the core museum, probably 20, 25, 30 solo shows,
Oh,
right?
nice.
We want people to come to the museum, connect with a particular piece of work, find out who the artist is just by clicking on it, and then jumping in a teleporter and going directly to that solo show,
Right.
right? In those solo shows, we want to have somewhere from 6 to 12 pieces from that artist. We want to have a video perhaps showing their creative process. We want to
Got
have,
it.
audio of them talking about it. We want to create a full
Holistic
experience,
experience.
right?
Yeah.
Where people exactly, exactly. Maybe another time we can go to the north and we can show people the incubator district where we have,
We definitely
artists
will.
representing
Yeah.
themselves. Yeah. We think there's just so much innovation that can happen here, especially for artists representing themselves directly into global markets, being their own gallerias, and being the recipients and aggregators of the economics of their own creation.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think like IOCA, the incubator district, it's one of my favorite districts there. A few discos are located there, and we're often, after the disco nights, we're going to explore the new things, and there's always something new in that district.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's interesting to see how different artists, being neighbors to each other, have different visions, but like completely different visions, but
Right.
yet it's all
Right.
beautiful and nice, and it's amazing to see it, like how they're really next to each other, but all the builds are
But
very, very different.
you know what's super cool about that, and I think is super cool about this whole movement in general, is that we're all together on a Discord group, right? People are doing rapid learning from each other,
All right.
right?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
so this medium really allows for incredible experimentation, from learning while others are doing, from experimenting on your own, and you just get up that learning curve so much faster,
Yeah.
right? When we
Yeah.
do things in community and we do things in groups. So obviously that's an important, core principle of the museum as well.
And for me, I tend to have a chance always to welcome someone who just bought a VR headset and sees Somnium and his creation for the first time in VR. I always want to
Yeah.
be in that moment with them, because I'm like a vampire, I cannot have this moment again in my life. Because I've seen it already, and I'm like, tell me, how do you feel, and they're like, oh
Right.
wow. I'm like, I'm so jealous. It's yeah,
Yeah.
it's always amazing to watch people
And
step
and
in
then
their
just yeah,
creations.
I love to take people on tours of the museum as well, because I think it has that same effect, right? I love
Right.
to show
Yeah.
artists in the museum. Anybody want a tour, please feel free to reach out.
Exactly. You can always reach out to Museum of Crypto Art or to Somnium Discord or Twitter. Just say, hey, I want to have a tour, and we'll say Of course, come in. We'll give you a tour. And of course, Puck and Trevor. I know you have a VR headset. Both of you. You should come in. I'll drill you here. I promise it to our viewers. Okay, I have to do it. I'll ask you questions. I'll ask you questions, and I hope we see some answers. This is definitely it. Okay, gentlemen. I think our time for today has finished, and I thank you very much for joining me and for telling us a story of MOCA. Um, and of course, as you know, every Sunday at 11 p.m. CET, whatever that is in Eastern Time of US. I think it's what it is. It's 3 p.m.
Oh, no, it's
Eastern
maybe
Time.
like 7
Oh,
p.m. right
7
now.
p.m. Sorry, 7 p.m.
Yeah,
Eastern Time. Yeah,
yeah.
we have crypto artist spotlight series. So we have interviews with different crypto artists from VR right in front of their creations in VR, and we talk about what they create, why they create, and what's next. So thank you for being with us, and until the next time, bye bye. See you on the other side of the monitor.